Welcome in, everybody. You're here with the Meeples Champion, and we're into another board game store today. Now, unlike the other video we did, today we're not going to a chain, we're going to a solo game store. This is in Methuen, and this is the Queen's Gambit. So why don't we head on inside and see what we got. So as you can see, they start off with a really nice wall, all filled with Warhammer. This is primarily the miniatures, but obviously if you're looking to get anything when it comes to terrain or any types of paints, books, they really are prepped for those who are into this part of the gaming community to have everything they need to go and enjoy that side. But the primary part of this entire store is the main games, the games that the core gamers are playing. You got some rare ones like Gargoyles, not one that I've played before, but I've heard good things about. You've got games that are a little bit more well-known, like Clash of Cultures. You can see that they've got a lot of the bigger games. Up top is where they tend to keep the expensive games, Land, Air, and Sea and stuff like that. The ends is where the smaller ones are, Tiny Epic Quest and little card games. You've got some of the ones that are becoming modern classics right here, Now or Never, Forgotten Waters, Tapestry, Terraforming Mars. These are such fantastic games that I think a lot of us want to at least try. It's nice to have the setup of this store where, unlike most stores where the games tend to be the side showing, so you're just reading the name, and you might have a few of the same, something like Clank might have 4 or 5 copies in a store so you can see it, but lesser known games like, say, Sonara, which you may not notice normally, well, now it's facing front. You're seeing the whole box. It's hard to miss it, and I think that that's a really nice setup of this store, using the large IKEA cases to get all of their games front and center, box art out, letting people really see what they have on display. Now, the actual aisle setups are also really appreciative, which is that you're not dealing with a downstairs basement or tight quarters. This is well lit. It's got a great design around the room. They've got posters up. They've got, it feels like it's truly being advertised to us and showing us what they are selling. And you can walk through this store if it's a busy day and not be overwhelmed because people are shoulder to shoulder with you. You can fit 2 people next to each other going down this aisle without them having a, squeeze against the wall. It's fine. So if you have a bunch of people in, you're going to be okay getting around. Now, at the same time, this store, I think, really knows how to pinpoint what it is that people want to see first. So as we're going through this final aisle here, and we're seeing these regular games that you can, depends on where you are in the community, what kinds of games you're into. Definitely these games are not organized by alphabetical, by the person who published it, person who created it. It's nothing like that. It's not by the play style. It's not if it's a worker placement or if it's a deck builder. It doesn't seem to have anything like that. They seem to just put these out primarily almost just randomly. However, as we go and turn the corner here and we head to the front of the store, you're going to notice that the front of the store has a little bit of an organization to it. As I said, you have your Warhammer to your left, but then you have your paints and your painting materials here, so it's definitely like front and center when you come in. Your books right ahead of that you can grab and you can use depending on the type of game you're playing that they might help with. You got your more popular games up here. As we go to the corner here, you're going to see the classics, Catan, with all of its expansions. Starting to become more of a classic is the Sheriff of Nottingham, Carcassonne, your Mansions of Madness. These are games that most gaming households own. And then this wall right here, it's a little bit of a mix. I think it's some of the more popular current games like Horrified and Role Player, but it's also some of just the brand new games like The Hunger. And it's nice that these games are getting a nice front and center show. And then as time goes on, I'm sure you'll see those kind of get mixed into the back of the store again. Now, as we go into the back here, you're going to notice we have this back wall. We kind of passed it earlier. This wall is all already opened games. These are games that are ready for renting. Now, you don't leave the store with them. You come in, you pick the game you want to use, and you get to go and use a side room and play it. They have a giant supply. So you might want to drop some money with some friends, not that much, to come in, test try a game out that you're interested in, and see if you like it. And the great thing is that if you want to do this, they have 4 available rooms, as you can see right here, the 4 different doors here that you can rent out. And you can sit in there with 4, 5, 6 people and test try the game. But they also have special events, and this back room is amazing. They host it for painting parties. They host it for somebody coming in to teach a game. They have a bazaar. I'm going to be there in a few weeks selling at their bazaar where they have different owners selling off games. They have an amazing dragon that they made when they came in. Well designed. Very, very well done when it comes to the air filtration. There's no worry of there being a big grouping of people here and this store being overwhelmed by a smell. They have set the store up really well. It is gamers who understand how game stores work who put together this whole place, and it has come out fantastic. So go to Methuen, check out the Queen's Gambit, and check back in with me next time. This has been the Meeples Champion.